Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night to you, wherever you may be watching me from tonight. I am super, super, super excited to be on here with you tonight. It's been, 2 days of handling issues. Now, you see, the last time I was on here, my stream was acting messed up and it took some time to handle stuff, but it's like I still need to work on this thing. I don't know what's going on. But yo, I do miss you guys, okay? Okay, let me just grab this topic. I miss you guys, and I'm here to talk about, to give us, as usual, to give us a brand new perspective on what we know, what we are familiar with, okay? So tonight I'm going to be talking about quitting. Ta-da! So quitters do win because winners are quitters, okay? So quitters do win. All right. So, and that's an unpopular opinion, by the way. Not a lot of people will subscribe to this opinion, and that's okay. But hopefully, I'm not asking you to subscribe to this, opinion. But hopefully, by the time we're done, you'll be able to see through another lens what I mean by quitters do win because winners are quitters. Okay. Unlike what we are familiar with, we know. We've always heard the famous saying, quitters don't win and winners don't quit. Actually, winners always quit. And people who, in fact, the thing is, the truth is, you must quit to be able to succeed. Quitting is part of the process. All right. And um, not just quitting. You need to be strategic about it. You need to be intentional about it. You need to know when to say bye. Okay, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's business, whether it's an idea, whether it's a project. Ask the successful people you know today, the people you term to be successful around you. Um, did they start right off the bat with where they are now? Did they start with what they have now? Some of them, some of them had to try several things before finding their path. Some of them had to do a lot of try and errors before finally getting to what they want. Okay, so I didn't get this up here. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about tonight. All right. I needed some time to face this thing, but I'm not gonna focus on it because it's like it's becoming a distraction now. All right, so let's go. Okay. So this is what I mean by, we always would hear and tonight this is to challenge our traditional notion about, you know, quitting being synonymous to failure or synonymous with failure. All right. Like I said, when you're quitting, you need to be strategic about it because it's very essential. It is a crucial aspect of you achieving success. It's part of the journey. You don't need to look at it and say, I'm a diehard. I have to go get this. I have to go get that. Oh, I mustn't. I must not do this. I must not do that. I need to be on this path. I need to continue. Okay, now this is a bit distracting, y'all. But let's get it going since I wasn't able to fix it. I wasn't able to do this. I wasn't able to do that. No, 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 no. It's okay to quit. All right. And I'll show you several scenarios tonight. It's okay to quit. Okay. It doesn't matter where you are on your journey. If a relationship no longer serve you, drop it. If a place that you go do not no longer serve you, drop it. If a project is not, serving you, drop it. It's you versus you. You're not in anybody else's lane. You're unique and you're in your own lane. The only person that can stand in your way is you, because that's your lane. So if anybody's gonna get in your way, that only person can be you. All right. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna break this down. All right. First and foremost, let's look at traditionally how we view quitting. Be like, okay, someone's going out, in school, and literally yesterday, if you know this lady, Vicky James, she's a renowned fashion designer from Nigeria. She recently did her own docu-series about her life from Ajegule to Forbes. Okay. And that was very, very inspiring for me. When that was like one of the best 32 minutes of my life I spent watching a video, right? And just from the way she started her journey, from the way things were working out, the thing is, you need to be self-aware. All right. And when I watched the video, a lot of people are in the comment section saying, God, I can't wait for myself in 3 years, in 2 years, in X amount of years, in X. Like, you need to define what success looks like for you. So you don't get frustrated when you start counting other people's milestones because it's visible and they're celebrating. No. When you say, I'm quitting this, you should have something you're working towards, because winners, they quit for a reason. If someone is winning at something, that means they had to stop something to go at something. All right? That's what I mean by quitters do win, because winners are quitters. To win, you need to quit your bad behavior. To win, you need to let go of the things that do not no longer serve you. To win, you need to be able to drop certain habits. You need to be able to drop certain activities, like depending on what your winning formula is or what you term as winning. You need to be able to do that. Quitting cannot only be equivalent to failure or giving up. All right. The new perspective I want you to grasp, or I want you to to lean into, like I said, you can have your perspective, right? But I mean, chat with Themmy is all about learning, relearning, unlearning, and to help us all steer our lives in the right direction. So if you ever saw quitting, if you ever defined quitting as, giving up in life, or just letting go, or just sinking down and just letting things happen to you instead of you making it happen for you, I want you to look at quitting with a little, bit of spice and its glasses on. Okay, I need you to zoom. If you have a magnifying glass, I need you to zoom that in your head right now. Okay, quitting can be a very strategic decision to stop, investing your time and your energy into pursuits that are not yielding any positive results, or any activities that is detrimental to your goal and your growth. Imagine you're saying you want to live a healthy lifestyle. Maybe you've been diagnosed with diabetes or whatever, and then you're advised to start a healthy life journey, and you you start, but then it's like, you're getting on with your activities, you're trying to put yourself together, and then guess what? Your appetite is getting in your way. You will go burn calories only to come back the next minute later and dump them back in. You will go burn sugar or burn whatever in your body only to come back later to do that. The only way you're going to win in your health journey is when you quit your bad habits of eating junk stuff or eating the things that get your body poisoned in the first place. Okay? That's the only way you're going to win on that journey. So you need to stop something. You need to stop several things if they are getting in the way of your success. If you're doing things that is just, minusing your effort, you take one step forward and take 5 steps backwards, then you need to track those 5 steps backwards. What are those things that's holding you back? What are those things that are not serving you that you're still clinging onto? Who are those people that are not serving you but you're still clinging onto? What are those places that you go that's not serving you that you're just so hooked up with? Like, you're just hooked. You can't help yourself. Okay? So you need to properly think about it. Quitting, I look at it as a strategy. All right? And I want you to have a closer look at that as well. Okay? For you to be able to win, you need to be a strategic quitter. Don't just say, oh, life is coming at me, I don't have the energy, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just gonna, forget about everything. You're forgetting about everything to do what? You're forgetting about this thing to do what? Because whether you like it or yes, life is gonna happen. Life is gonna keep happening. Okay? Life is gonna go on. The day you don't see is where your life ends. But doesn't mean life doesn't go on. Life does go on. Okay? Here's the thing, as winners, here's what they do. Here's what winners do. People who win, people who are successful, here's what they do. They try to focus their effort on something. Like I said, if you're dropping something, what are you dropping that thing for? They recognize that their time, their energy are limited resources. You won't always be active. You won't always have the time. You won't always have the energy you have today. So now that you have it, now that it's on the high, now that it's all intact, what can you do with it? How can you invest your time? How can you invest your energy into something that's going to benefit your future self? Right? Your time and your energy are limited resources. You won't always have them. So, by quitting unproductive or harmful activities, you can focus yourself on what truly matters. So, you want to be able to adjust your focus. You want to be able to adjust your lens. You want to be able to adjust your glasses to say, okay, let me cover this eye and look at this, look to this one. Or let me cover this one to look to this one. If you're quitting something, that means you want to focus your energy on something in particular that's going to move you from point A to point B. So you need to quit something to be able to succeed. Like the other day I was thinking about something, right? Life comes from death. And let me explain this, all right? Life comes from death in the sense that the food we eat, we need to kill them. Vegetarians don't eat meat, they don't eat blah blah blah, but they do eat plants. And once you disconnect that plant from its roots, from its source of life, that plant is dead. So to live, something must die. To win, you must quit. To succeed, you must fail. To gain knowledge, you must get experience. Experience give you knowledge, knowledge give you experience, because you're applying that knowledge to get experience. Sometimes, if you just dip in the pool, guess what? You're going to learn to swim or you're going to drink some water. If nobody comes to you aid, then something bad can happen. Okay? So, you should understand that winners are strategic quitters. They don't just quit for a reason, they don't quit because they're tired. They quit because it's part of the process. They quit because that's going to connect them to a curve that they need to make. That's going to connect them to to something that needs to feed into their journey. Winners don't quit because they feel like quitting. No. And the people you know, the people you know as successful, the people you know as, oh, they have their game together, they're getting it all on there, they're getting it all out there. Guess what? They struggle too. They quit, like continuously quit stuff. Okay, so now let's get to it. Another thing is to be able to strategically quit, meaning you need to be able to have the bandwidth to adapt. Success requires that you adapt to new circumstances. You're letting go of outdated methods, you're letting go of outdated goals, archaic systems, different things. If you're used to old stuff, you want to learn new things, you want to continue to be relevant, you want to continue to offer value, whatever the space that you're in. That partnerships that not, if it doesn't align with your vision, drop them. Out of there. If that friendship doesn't align with where you're going, drop it. It should be a natural cause for you because it's very natural. It's very natural for people to drop off. It's very natural for people to quit. Quitting is part of the process. All right. Also, you want to be able to take responsibility. For you to be able to quit, you need to be able to know yourself. How is this thing affecting me? How is this thing that I'm indulging? How is it harming me on the other end? Why do I need to stop it? Am I stopping because I want to just give up, or I am stopping to take a strategic turn that's going to feed into me heading in the right direction? Quitters are people who are self aware. I know this thing is not serving me. Like Vicky James' video, and it's on YouTube. You can check it out from Ajay Gunle to Forbes, or you can just simply say Vicky James, production or whatever, and that's gonna come up right on YouTube, and you can watch the video for yourself. Remember to take a tissue along because you might share it to you. Okay. Um, you know, you want to be. Vicky James was like, and I'm not saying school is not good, and she wasn't even saying school is not good. It's just she was being drawn to something else. She was finding her purpose in something else. And in as much as she was trying all that she could, she just felt like this wasn't fitting at the moment. She did not neglect her education. Her mom was at her back and telling her, girl, I need that certificate. You need to give me that certificate. Well, mommy, if it's a certificate you want, I have my purpose on one end. I am going to do something. Just give me some time. I'm going to go after my passion. I'm going to make sure it works. And I'm going to go back and get that certificate for you. And at one point, she said it. She's like, you don't need to drop out of school like me. You don't need to drop out of school like me. Dropping out of school may not it may not help everybody, right? But that was just her journey. But she was very strategic about it. And when she left college, guess what? She went in full force with her technical skills. But I'm talking about her being a quitter. She quit college to be able to invest her time and her resources and her energy. She realized that this time I'm taking in school, I could do X, Y, Z, get us somewhere in life, and then go back and buy back my time in life, pay for the certificate my mom so desired. I could get education, quality education from anywhere. And that's exactly what she did. She quit to make a strategic turn. She was very much aware, and she took full responsibility of her actions, right? And she told her mom, I can't do this. I'm sorry, but I need to make this decision for myself. She did go through some evaluation and check her circumstances and be like, I have to make this conscious effort to decide to do this. Now I need to channel my investment into something else, and I need to make sure that is on the right path and I'm going to get it. She started small, but she was very determined. She was very open to learning from her experiences. She was so dedicated to burning her midnight candle. She was very much invested in herself. Another thing, if you're taking responsibility for your action, you must have the courage to change. Quitting requires courage. Do you think it's easy to quit? Do you think it's easy to just come up and say, after 3 years, after 5 years of being on this journey, after 10 years of being on this journey, I'm just going to give up? It's not easy to quit. Though. It's like, being in a relationship for how many years, and then you're like, be hesitant whether it's serving you or it's not serving you. Thank you, Mohammed. Whether it's serving you or it's not serving you, you're a bit hesitant. People who are in abusive relationships, they're like, they start to calculate and say, what will people say after all these years? Oh, I already have kids for the person and different things like that. It takes courage to quit. Quitting is not beans. Somebody just don't wake up and decide to walk. No, it takes a lot of mental effort. It takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot of boldness, a lot of courage, a lot of self examination. It takes a lot of evaluation to decide that I'm gonna walk away from this or I'm gonna stay in this. And it's the same thing, right? If a habit do not serve you, if a friendship does not serve you, if the places you go in do not serve you, do not add value to you, guess what? You need to find the courage to quit. Because quitters are winners. Winners do quit. In fact, they continue to quit as they win. All right? Stepping out of your comfort zone and facing uncertainty is no easy feat. But winners always embrace the change as it's very necessary for their growth process. You need to let go of unhealthy habits. What are those habits? Procrastination, smoking, eating junk food, not planning properly, not writing your vision, not working towards your vision, not writing your goals, not working towards your goals. You're just happy go lucky. Things should just come, as they go, and then life should just happen because nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. No, I agree. Nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. The decisions you make today can influence very much greatly influence your tomorrow. All right. Relationships. If it's toxic, I don't care what kind of who they are. Any toxic relationship that drain your energy, that negatively impact your mental and your emotional well-being, it takes a lot of courage, but you need to do it. Your career path, what is not serving you? Leaving an unfulfilling journey or a stagnant job to pursue a career that offers you growth and satisfaction. Life is not all about money. Getting money is great. If you stay in your space of genius, you attract. In fact, I look at money as a mindset thing. Ask yourself, how many times have you checked your account and your account is not equivalent to the dreams that you have, but you still see yourself walking in that path and you still see yourself manifesting that thing that you're dreaming about. It's not about the money, it's your mindset about money. Some people have money and they don't do anything good with it. They don't do anything positively impactful with it. Some people do not have all the cash in their bank account, but they're manifesting daily. They're manifesting weekly. They are walking into that life that they dream of. They're walking into that daily consciously. It doesn't just happen for them. Okay? Another thing is when you're quitting, you are definitely setting your long-term vision. Okay, I decide to get off of this space to go here. What does it look like for me in the next year? What does it look like for me in 3 years? Hopefully, COVID is not going to happen again because we all had dreams prior to 2020, right? But the thing is, it's mindset. What's your long term vision? Your goal needs to be in alignment with something. You want to continuously evaluate your goals and ensure that the actions you're taking they're aligning with your long-term vision. If you're on this path, you're heading north, right? And all your activities is leading you towards the east or the north or the south, everything else but north, you need to check your brakes. You need to quit, you need to make a U-turn. Because whatever activities you're doing does not align with your goal is not essential. All right. So setting your long-term vision, you look at the positive impact. If you're quitting what hinders you, you should be pursuing opportunities and chances and activities that sets you up for a meaningful and positive impact on your future self. If you're trying to work on your body, if you're trying to do XYZ, if you're trying to achieve something and you need to quit something to be able to achieve that thing. If you need to quit something to be able to achieve that thing, Guess what? You need to, as you're quitting that bad habit, as you're quitting that negative thing, as you're quitting that thing that do not serve you, guess what? You need to be able to do positive things that lead you in the right direction. Why? Because you don't want to go back to stuff that don't serve you, and you cannot afford to be idle. Okay? You cannot afford to be idle. All right. So you want to be able to make sure that you're doing things that positively impact you. Now, I want let's balance your persistence and your quitting. Remember, I said quitting is a strategic move to where you are on your journey. Quitting doesn't mean you're not persistent, you're not determined, you're not moving forward. You need to have discernment. Successful people balance their persistence with discernment. They know that when I persevere through the challenges, when I pivot or I quit to avoid the future efforts and stuff, I am going to go on this direction. They know when to pivot. You need to know at what point to take that leap. You need to know at what time to take that curve. You need to know at what point to go left, right, or make a U-turn. Okay? Now, you want to learn from your failure. Quitting is not the end, but is a step towards learning and coming back to your strategies for better outcomes. Okay? I'm going to be wrapping up. I'm definitely going to be wrapping up right now. So, before you take that shot, before you drop the ball, before you do XYZ, it's great. Everybody needs a side hustle. Now, everybody's got it for entrepreneurship, though. Some people are very good at, juggling. Okay? This is juggle, right? Yeah. Some people are very good at juggling. Some people are good just focus on one thing. Some people are great with 9 to 5s. Some people are great with entrepreneurship. But some people are great with just I just need me some money. I just need me to fill some loopholes. I just need me to pay, to fill some potholes, and I need XYZ to get into place. All right. So I need you to make sure that as you're quitting your way forward. You're quitting to go. You're quitting to go on your direction. You're quitting to continue to move forward. You're not quitting to make a stop and let all the negative things pile on top of you. Thanks for joining Palumi. You're not quitting to let all the negative things pile on top of you. You're quitting to catapult yourself to the next point. Okay, what's my goal? My goal is XYZ. Now, if I take ABC turn on the left and I come back out that junction at STU, is it going to get me to XYZ? If it's going to get me to XYZ, it doesn't matter whether ABCD is straight. I want to get to XYZ as much as I want to get to XYZ. I'm going to take that curve. I'm going to take that bend. I'm going to pass through W. I'm going to pass through V. I'm going to pass through J. I'm going to pass through H. No matter how scattered those letters are, you just need to keep going. If you need to abort mission at some point, abort mission, check where you're supposed to be at what time or what links you to the next one. Make that pivot. Take that leap of faith. Go for it. Okay? Quitting is a strategic move on your journey. It is very necessary. I hope from tonight's conversation, you will look at quitting not as a negative thing, but as a positive thing. Because guess what? Quitters do win. Matter of fact, they always win. And winners are always quitters. You need to quit something, to take on something, to continue on a path to be able to take you to your destination that you have for yourself. Remember, you are not in anybody's lane, you are in your own lane. You are in your own lane, okay? And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are not in your own way. You are not in your head mentally. You are not in your way, any kind of way. You are just going out to do what needs to be done. When you quit, when you thoughtfully go through the process, you take the courage to make that strategic move. It's not a sign that you're weak, it's a demonstration of your wisdom and your strength. Winners are unafraid. They're not scared to let go of anything that do not no longer serve them. It allows them to imagine their journey, allow them to redirect their efforts, allow them to redirect their focus towards a more fruitful endeavor. Quitting showcases the importance of adaptability, self awareness, and your relentless focus on your personal and your professional growth. Okay? So, as I draw down the curtains tonight, I want to say thank you for joining me from LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. I am going to call it tonight. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good time and remember to quit what do not no longer serve you. All right. So have a good night. Have a great weekend. Remember to rest. Remember to refresh yourself. Remember to rest your brain. It's very necessary. Okay. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.